Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all my Hermès SLGs. So if you're interested, do keep on watching. So I'm just going to get right into it. I have 7 pieces here to show you. It does sound like quite a lot for like Hermès SLGs, but 3 of them are of the same kind. If you have watched my previous video, you should know what it is. I thought it would be really helpful for you guys if you're starting on your Hermès journey to kind of like understand and see what kind of like Hermès SLGs there are in store available for you. So that's why I'm doing this video. So the very first SLG that I want to share with you is actually the Bastia. So if you have not seen the Bastia, it's essentially like a square pocket leather piece, and then when you open it up, it's like one big compartment that you can put your coins in, and then there is also this thing that kind of like sits over here. I find this very useful, and I'll get into it later. So essentially what people use the Bastia for is for coins and cash. So this is the very first Bastia piece that I purchased when I was doing my solo trip in Paris in 2022. So I've had this for about 1.5 years before I bought another Bastia so that I can kind of like switch it out. So this is the second piece that I got. So this one actually contains my cash right now, and you can see that I have folded quite a bit of notes over here. And what I like about this little catch bit over here is that it helps your coins not to fall out of the leather piece itself. So it's really helpful. So sometimes when I'm like trying to dig out coins, you know, you have to like kind of put in your hand and like kind of dig out the coins. For this one, it's so easy. You just like tilt it out so that you can like pick the coins that you want, and then you just like toss it back in. So I find that really useful. So I mainly use the Bastia to keep my cash and my coins, and I'm currently using this one, which is in this Ecorce color in Epsom leather. The first one that I got is actually in the Chevre leather, and this is in the color Etoupe. So they have it in like all sorts of colors, all sorts of leathers for you to pick, but I would say that the most common leather out there is actually the Epsom leather, which is like this really like grain leather, which is somewhat scratch resistant, but the moment you get scratches on Epsom, it's very obvious. As for Chevre leather, it's a little smoother, so it does create like dents because like it's more malleable. I just really like the texture of the Chevre leather as well. But if you can't stand that there are going to be like nicks on the leather itself, then I would say don't go for Chevre. Go for Epsom because it's a little bit hardier that way. So this is the Epsom Bastia. The other Bastia that I have is in the Barenia leather, so it looks like that. I keep it very pristine with this like cloth bit. So most of the Bastias do not come with this cloth bit. I think it only came with this cloth bit because it is Barenia leather. It still smells so good. So in all honesty, I have not made use of this yet because I'm just trying to get aware of this, and then I'll kind of like switch into this at some point. But it really looks very luxurious. So this is what Barenia leather looks like. It is one of Hermès heritage leathers, so that's why it's just slightly more expensive, and over time it will kind of like age, and you'll kind of like see the corners getting darker because of like, I don't know, it's a bit like vachetta leather, I would say. It kind of like turns darker with time, so that's, you know, like really nice. So these are the 3 Bastias that I have currently, and I don't think that I will add any more into my collection. It's all in neutrals, which I really enjoy. So some of the things that you can use for your Bastia that I've done so is to put like hair clips inside, or like even to put like a lipstick inside as well. It does fit, but it kind of like bulges out a little bit. Or like simple things like SD cards, I have placed them inside as well. If you just want them on hand and you don't want to lose them, then this is a very great tool to keep all your like little nicks and knacks in your bag. So these are the Bastias. I would highly recommend people to get the Bastia for their very first piece of like leather SLG from Hermès because it is so functional and so useful. So I think this is my very top pick if you are a beginner to Hermès luxury. The second item that I want to share with you is actually the Calvi. So this is what the Calvi looks like. It's a little bit fat because I have cards inside right now, but when you open it up, it kind of looks like that. So there are 2 different kinds of Calvis. One is the Calvi just like the simple Calvi, and then there's the Calvi Duo that actually comes with this like flat closure over here, which you can actually put your coins in as well. So if you want something more functional and like a 2-in-1 kind of thing, then I would say a Calvi Duo will suit you better. But in all honesty, because I bring out my Bastia all the time, I don't really make use of this quite so much. Sometimes I find myself putting in like smaller receipts inside this, but I think that's about it. Or like if I want to have some space to put like some small knickknacks that I don't have an extra Bastia for, then I will put it inside there as well. And then on this side I can put my cards over here, and then it also fits cards at the back over here as well. The only thing about the Calvi is that your cards kind of like move around. As you can see, it doesn't really like stay in place unless you have a lot of cards that are fitted, and that it doesn't cause it to move quite so much. But the thing about having too many cards like fitted is also that it's a little harder to take it out. So that's just something to bear in mind. If you notice, my Calvi actually has two colors. So this is in the color gold and this is in the color red Fizz. So for Calvis that have two colors, we actually put an extra term behind that's called Verso. So this is actually called a Calvi Duo Verso. I know it sounds like also confusing, but just some simple terms for you to like understand what all the terms actually mean. So most of the Calvis actually come with like a single color. So if you buy it in gold, then everything will be in gold. I would say that most of your Bastia and your Calvi hardware actually comes with like palladium hardware. Palladium is kind of like Hermès word for like silver, so it comes with silver hardware. But because you close it up, you can't really see, and then if you close this up, you also can't really see. So I don't really mind that. If you're someone like me that loves gold hardware, then these are just something to bear in mind. But I honestly can't see and can't tell, so I'm quite okay with that. So those are the Bastias and the Calvis. For those of you who are new here, my name is Amelia and I do videos on luxury and lifestyle. So if you enjoy these kind of videos, do consider subscribing. Click on the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future videos. And then the next one that I purchased is actually the Calvi Pocket. So this is the Calvi Pocket and it comes with like the gold hardware over here. And then at the back there is also a very small zip, which I've never really used. I actually kept the plastic bit on here so that it doesn't really like scratch up so easily. So if you have not seen a Calvi Pocket, you actually twist this up. The Calvi mechanism is what caused this to be quite expensive, and then inside you have an interior for cards or anything your heart desires. It's black, so it's a little bit hard to see, but I've used this quite a ton before switching my cards out into like the Calvi. I kind of like interchange the usage of my SLGs. So that's just something to note as well, because if you're someone that only uses like one piece like day in day out and like you can't be bothered to change it here and there, then I don't think that having a range of like SLGs is very helpful for you. So you just kind of pick whatever works for you and just go with it. But I do have a range because I just want to experience having all these pieces and how it like works together with my daily essentials. So my Calvi Pocket is actually in black Madame leather with gold hardware, and I just really like how luxurious the Madame leather is as well. I remember paying quite a bit for this Calvi Pocket, so in all honesty, it's not the most affordable piece from Hermès to have in terms of SLG. I'm going to link the price down below if I can, so that you are a little bit more aware and you kind of know the prices. But obviously I got this like maybe 1 or 2 years ago, so the prices would have increased. If the prices have increased, then I will not state it over here. I will state it according to the date that I bought the item from. The next piece that I want to share with you is actually the Constance Slim. So this is what the Constance Slim looks like. I also have this in the black Epsom leather with gold hardware. It does not have a pocket at the back, but it does have this like slip over here, so you kind of can create it into like a belt bag of sorts, or even like put a belt through to make it like a crossbody bag, like a mini crossbody bag. So I really like that about it. When you open the Constance Slim up, it actually comes with an additional like zip pocket here that is removable, so you can use this for any other things, and it is just like a zip pocket that you can place your coins in as well, or like little nicks and necks. In all honesty, I don't really like use it with the Constance Slim, I do take it out and use it like separately. So I use the Constance Slim just singularly on its own, and then inside there are two flat pockets over here, one at the back and one at the front, and then one bigger compartment in the middle. So you can actually place like lipsticks upright inside here if they are like the shorter one, and I've done so before. So I really just have been trying to use the Constance Slim to get a feel out of it as well. I will probably do a video after this stating the differences between the Constance Slim and the Calvi Pocket if you are thinking about getting these two, so that you hear from me about the pros and cons about this and which one I personally do prefer. So that will be a video for another time. And then last but not least, I do have the Bearn card case as well, and this is in the gold color with gold hardware as well. So for the Bearn card, you actually open this tab over here and it opens up like that, and you have compartments to put your card. And I believe this is also a duo, so this one comes with the snap closure pocket here as well, similar to like the Calvi duo. So you do have like Bearn card cases that do not have the snap closure. There's just like both sides are able to put cards, but you can also place some cards on the back of this snap closure itself, and currently I am using this as well. I would say that in terms of capacity, this one doesn't fit that many cards. In terms of cards, I would say that I really do prefer the Calvi Pocket somehow and the Calvi duo, because it allows you to see your cards really easily, and like I don't really typically put a lot of cards. I like the Calvi duo because it allows me to put a little bit more cards, so sometimes I do have like gift cards inside here as well. So that's just something to bear in mind. For the Constance Slim, I feel like I have not really like used this properly, but I would think that it's much easier to get your cards in and out as well, just that it's a little bit bulkier, so sometimes if you want to fit it into your smaller bags, it's not possible because it sticks out quite a bit. As for the Bearn card case, I really do enjoy it, and I have been using this religiously. I just love the fact that this is in gold with gold hardware, and it has like the white trimming along the sides as well, and it just perfectly matches my Birkin, which is what I really like about this. So yes, this is my Bearn card case, and this is like the last SLG that I've purchased over here, and I think the only SLG that I purchased this year as well, so this is rather brand new. So I've been just really enjoying the usage of this as well. So I've come to the end of my video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I'll love it if you subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!